Natural apocalypse is where with every passing minute the weather only gets worse. Storms escalate into tornadoes and water levels rise every few days. On top of that, these cataclysms will attract new, never before seen and insanely dangerous creatures that are just dying to make a snack out of us. Our goal for this 100 days challenge is to build the safest base possible, defeat the Ender Dragon and a new boss, the Void Worm. And you have no idea how much this is gonna cost us. Well, here I am, spawned into a new world. Let's hope we don't die too quickly. I haven't played this mod pack before. Yeah, that's a T-Rex. My camera is literally shaking from this thing. I didn't even know there were dinosaurs in this mod. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. The water here isn't exactly safe either. It's full of some giant fish, and I'm pretty sure they aren't the friendly type. Oh no, run, run, run! While running from the dinosaur, I stumbled upon a ruined portal. In the chest, I found a golden sword with fire aspect and some golden helmets. Oh, piranhas, and there is a whole swarm of them. I don't even want to imagine how bad it's gonna be when the water level starts rising. I figured it was time to gather some resources, so I did the usual. Punched some trees, crafted a workbench, sticks, and our first tool, a wooden pickaxe. I planned to mine some cobblestone with it, but then I noticed some strange dirt moving beneath me. Turns out it was worms. Well, waste not, one not, free food, I guess. After mining some cobblestone, I crafted pickaxes, an axe, grabbed my crafting table and set off to find a spot for our future base. What the hell is that? Skeletal fish? Yeah, not checking this out. Context, we're on an island. If there aren't any monsters here, it could be a decent place to settle. I even found a small hut nearby and there is a village in the distance. Settling this close to the water, yeah, that's a decision I'll regret later. The house was actually pretty cozy, stocked with food, furnaces and chests. Started organizing my stuff and by the time I was done it was already dark outside. The circus left town, but looks like they forgot the clown. Sitting around doing nothing wasn't an option, so I decided to dig a mine right under my house. Oh, a cave. I managed to find exactly one piece of iron, yeah, and some coal. Crafted some torches, lit up the place, and used the lone iron ingot to make a shield because, let's face it, I'm gonna need some kind of defense. I kept mining until my pickaxe broke. Then I figured it was time to head back up. It was still nighttime. Who the hell are you, warrior? Weakling. Mini skeleton? Nope, I'm out. By now dawn was breaking, so I started cleaning up the yard and grabbed some hay bales. While working, I had a brilliant idea, build a crop farm since our food supply was already running low. This looks like a good spot for a farm. I gathered some logs and started digging into the cliff. Yeah, better hurry up with this farm. Once the spot was ready, I placed the dirt, tilted and planted all my potatoes, carrots and wheat seeds. I figured I'd decorate the farm later. I also thought it'd be smart to dig a tunnel from our base to the farm so we'd have a safe access even at night. Next, I needed a bed to skip the night, so I set out to find some sheep. Found them pretty quickly, small problem though, they were across the river. And the river swarming with piranhas. I crafted a boat, moved a bit away from the danger zone and paddled across. Surprisingly, the simple plan actually worked. Wow, check out that island over there. We'll have to visit it later for sure. For now, I headed back home. After eating some bread, I noticed I had a ruined skull in my inventory. It could only be crafted into bone meal, so I figured I'd hold into it for now. Finally, a bed. That's gonna be a lifesaver because surviving the nights in this mod pack is no joke. I set the bed in the corner of the room that I had expanded earlier. After waking up, I went to check on the farm. Wait, what? The water level had risen, wiping out my crops. Okay, losing the farm isn't the worst part, but rising water means those killer fish are now even closer to us. Since the flood wasn't too serious yet, I focused on improving the house. I laid down a stone floor in the bedroom and headed back to the mine for more stone. Ended up finding a bit of iron too. Right now, we can only fight off monster waves through a small window, but hopefully we won't have to deal with this kind of trouble for too long. Yeah, this can be good. I really don't like this. Is that tornado forming in the distance? Oh no, please. Please. Oh my god, that zombie nearly killed me. Damn it. Really hoping that thing doesn't come anywhere near my house. I spent a whole time sitting inside, watching the chaos outside. After just a few minutes, the rain started to let up and the tornado moved out of sight. If that thing had been any closer, there wouldn't be even a trace of my house left. I also got curious about that structure we've been seeing from the window. Turns out there wasn't much inside except for a potion, which I obviously decided to drink. By the time I left, it was dark again, so I decided to spend the night there because of the storm. Those creatures outside look terrifying. Definitely glad I stayed here for the night. Turns out the weather decided to switch things up again, straight into a thunderstorm. What the hell? Is that a flying fish? I really don't like this. This house isn't gonna hold. I'm sure of it. And guess where I was? Right in the eye of the tornado. The wind was getting stronger by the second, so I started surrounding myself with dirt blocks. It was the only thing I had on hand. I could literally see pieces of other blocks flying by and parts of the house breaking apart. Stood there for several minutes, frozen in place, too scared to move. Eventually, the tornado started drifting away. It felt a bit safer, so I stepped outside to check the damage. Yeah, there's almost nothing left of the house. Honestly, it's a miracle I survived by hiding on the dirt. Dirt saves lives now. A lot of trees on the island had been completely stripped of their leaves, but luckily my base was still intact. Since it was still daytime, I decided to visit the village nearby, raided some chests, grabbed whatever useful stuff I could find, and spent the night here. Not far from the village, I spotted a redwood forest biome, so I decided to head there next. On the way, I realized just how serious the flooding was becoming, and the water level, it's only going to get higher. On the way back, I found an interesting structure with a couple of buttons. Huh? What does this do? Wait, what? Rain? How do I turn this off? Finding my house wasn't hard. I just followed the tornado's trail of destruction. Once I got back, I chopped down the leftover trees and decided to build a fence around my base to keep monsters out at night. And that wrapped up day 5. The next morning, I planted a flower I'd picked up in a vase and went to check on the farm. Yeah, bad news. The water level's rising fast. Even the house we hid in during the tornado is nearly underwater now. If the water rises just a few more blocks, my whole island is done for. I kept chopping wood, then crafted a bucket from the iron I'd mined earlier. On day 9, I cleaned up the yard. I was planning to build a new farm since the first one was already underwater and we still needed food. I decided to build a new farm underground, directly beneath the base. Dug out a small area, placed dirt, put down some torches, added water and tilled the soil. Then I planted the remaining vegetables and wheat seeds. To make accessing the farm easier, I added stairs to the tunnel. I was also planning to build an animal pen. After the tornado, nothing survived on the island, so I had to go to the mainland to find animals. That came with some problems. As soon as I started leading sheep back to the base, night fell and mobs started swarming me. So yeah, I had to postpone that until the next morning. Leading them across the water wasn't exactly easy, but I made it work. Finally, got the second sheep back to base, fed them some wheat and started growing the population. Leaving them outside would have been risky. Another tornado and bye-bye sheep. So I built a tunnel from the farm to a new underground pen for them. Hopefully this one actually grows and doesn't flood like the last one. Now I don't have to worry about the sheep, they should be safe here. Whoa, red moon? Yeah, that's definitely not a good sign. What are those ghosts even doing? That boot is barely moving. Oh, I'm out of here. On day 11, I decided it was finally time to go mining again. Started digging my tunnel deeper in search of resources. Oh, our first diamonds. Worth upgrading the pickaxe for that. But the vein only had 2 ores, kind of disappointing. Kept digging and found some redstone and lapis, so it wasn't a total waste. After that, I decided to check on the farm. Finally, some good news. The crops were starting to grow. Time to give a place a proper upgrade. I planned to use stone bricks for the walls, so while the cobblestone was smelting, I started clearing out the space for the walls. The stone bricks actually looked pretty good. Wait, what was that? Is that just hail? Really hope it's nothing worse. Actually, yeah, it feels like something much worse. Mobs were starting to get launched into my yard by the storm. Yeah, really hoping this thing doesn't come near my house. I really don't like this. Oh dang, was that a block? The wind's getting stronger. Yeah, I'm pretty screwed this time. I've got a hole in my roof now. This is a complete disaster. The tornado passed just a few blocks away from my base. I should focus on breeding the sheep. We really can't afford to lose them now. Honestly, I got off easy this time. Hopefully this weather comes down soon. And of course my yard is practically gone. Looks like it's finally starting to move away a bit, so I can finally relax a little. Just look at the structure, there is barely anything left of it, and now it's half flooded on top of that. The water level's rising dangerously fast. It's just few blocks away from reaching my base. No idea what we'll do if that happens. Alright, time to start fixing the base. There is a hole in the ceiling right above my chest. Fixed, that's better. Right now, though, I grabbed my bed and set out on a little adventure to explore the nearby area. This time I headed toward the mountain island where I found the sheep. Oh hey, there is a village near my base. Sucks for the villagers, though they were probably eaten by fish already. I spotted an interesting tower nearby. A zombie in armor with a door was guarding it, but honestly didn't stand a chance. Alright, we're in. Some barrels with seeds and spawners. Yeah, let's not find out what they spawn. Another chest, iron, emeralds, potatoes. Oh, and here are the locals. Killing the zombies seems to make them respawn as skeletons. That's pretty cursed. But honestly, they're kinda harmless, so wiping them out wasn't a big deal. Another spawner and some more chests. Rotten flesh. Yeah, I'll take books though. Also, I found some apples and potatoes in barrels. Dang, the view from here is insane, but yeah, we gotta keep moving. Just look at how much wildlife is out here. That's insane, even some anacondas swimming around. Wait, is that a kitten swimming? Maybe it needs help? Oh no, where did you come from? Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I screwed that. That fish are straight up murderers. This place is actually beautiful though. What even is that? It's sleeping. Oh no! Oh no! Run! Run, 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 run! Please! Oh god, it's fast! Please! Please, please! Not only are animals here insane, but the number of mobs that spawn at night here is actually ridiculous. And what's with the skunks? They seem harmless. Oh, it just farted on me! Wow, the view though. What are those eyes? Oh no, please! Please run! It's chasing me! Oh my god, it's still coming! I don't even want to know what happens if it catches me. The number of mobs here is absolutely unhinged. Wait, what is that? A Mexican skeleton? Oh, something poisoned me. Oh great, and now there is a whole swarm of piranhas. What is that? It's still chasing me. There it is. It's coming for me. Can I hit it? Oh god, it's like a vampire or something. Nope, nope, nope. But now that I hit it, I can actually see it. Oh no, I'm blind. Run, run, I can see. Finally, the sun's coming up. That freak better start burning soon. Oh, it's gone. Finally. Yeah, this is actually unplayable. Something's always trying to kill me. I think it's time to head home. You know, despite all the chaos and everything trying to murder me, this world really is beautiful. Back at home, I sorted my resources, cleared out the tornado-damaged trees and planted new ones. After gathering enough wood, I decided to build another floor for the house and start expanding my humble little base. Who are you? Are you trying to help me or... Oh no, it's chasing me! Help! Holy crap, it's taking so much health! Where did it go? Oh no, I see it! He finally can't reach me here. Since there is no way I'm killing him up close, I decide to craft a bow. And surprisingly, it worked like a charm against that hippo. Oh great, another storm. Wait, is that thing forming right above my house? Yeah, nothing good is coming out of that. While the tornado was going crazy outside, I hid in the mine. This time I decided to dig all the way down to bedrock and farm as many resources as possible, especially diamonds. Oh, and another vein! And another! Ah, diamond fell into the lava. Better block this area up before mining any further. Ended up with 19 diamonds, not bad at all. This time the tornado missed my house again, but those damn fish just won't leave me alone. I used the diamonds to craft pants and boots. Armor is kind of essential at this point. Time to finish the second floor. First, I cleared the ground, set up a frame with oak, tore down the old ugly ceiling and replaced it with the warped wood, sticking to the original vibe. The floor for the second level is done, so now it's time to work on the roof. I went with a deep slate for the frame. What is even going on there? What a snake is doing? What the hell am I even looking at? And this thing, what the hell is that? It looks like it's got a garbage bag full of flies for a brain. Okay, this is starting to look pretty good. From the outside, it already looks like a proper house. Oh, look, it's a clown from the circus again. Oh, we have bad news. If the flood level rises by even one more block, there is water gonna reach my house. I seriously don't know how we are supposed to survive this, since there won't even be any land left. For the roof, I used some stone and cobblestone. Whoa, this combo looks actually pretty good. I'm impressed. Every new detail just makes this place feel better and better. The roof is so tall, I'm thinking about adding an attic. Just in case the whole place floods, I put up a gate so I can escape onto the roof. Oh, and let's add some torches in the attic for a good measure. Now we need sand, which of course we don't have. Mob's chasing me again. Can I get a break? We'll need to swim across somehow. That small river hasn't been as small for a while now. Help! Everything that can chase me is chasing me! Dinosaurs, demons, this is absolutely hell at night! Oh god, Dracula is swimming after me! No, no, no! Who the hell are you? Okay, I wasn't planning to get this far for sand, but with everything flooded, I guess this is my best option. Alright, this looks like a decent sand deposit, and there is even a magma block for breathing. Nice. Managed to grab some magma chunks. We can probably use them for crafting, though they don't really restore air, which kinda sucks. Got 40 blocks of sand, that should be enough. Dang seagull, die! Quit stealing my food, you winged rat. Finally back home. I should probably build an outside staircase for the second floor, since the bottom entrance is likely to flood soon. Looks decent. Done. Melted the sand to craft glass panels and started putting in windows. Oh, there is a bird in the house now. It just flew into the wall. Crap, the sheep are starving. Looks like the grass isn't growing. Grass should spread into the pen now. I think now is a good time to go exploring toward the old shelter where I hid from the tornado. Honestly, at this rate, a boat might end up being our only way to get around, since it's flooding up to my eyeballs out there. Yeah, this place is definitely not safe with all the damn fish around. But I'll take the iron and bread. Honestly, I have no idea how we are gonna survive future travels. The stuff that'll spawn in deep waters... yeah, we're screwed. A zombie horse? I've never seen one of those before. Oh, it's attacking! Oh, dang, a viper! Looks like it's after that guy. Where did this villager even come from? A pillager tower halfway underwater. Yeah, not even gonna try looting it. Spending the night there sounds like a one-way ticket to death. Just look at all that fish chasing me. It's all piranhas. We found a village on the way. Hopefully it's safer here. Part of the farm and couple of houses are already underwater. Looks like this flooding problem isn't just local to my place. Is that the pumpkin-headed Slenderman in the distance? Yeah, I'm not going near that. Dang, my leather armor is already falling apart. It's already morning, guys. We made it. This spot is actually pretty cozy, like a mini oasis or something. And underneath, just a massive flooded cave system. Just look at the size of this place. And there is something living down there. Another blood moon. That can't mean anything good. Oh great, those eyes are back. And there is a tower. Let's make run for it. We're almost here. Where's the entrance? Oh hell no! Did you see how many mob spawners were inside? Is there another way in? So yeah, no choice but to go in. Best to destroy those spawners immediately. I don't even want to know what they will summon. Some iron and emeralds. Nice. And I'll take that anvil too. Honestly, this place is kinda cozy. If I didn't already have a house, I might have stayed here. There is even a bridge to another tower, but it's kinda cramped over here. Oh wow, there is a bedroom. But I can't sleep because of the feeling of impending doom. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's totally fine. And hey, there is a ladder to the next floor. And enchanted diamond leggings, a helmet and a pickaxe with silk touch and mending. Time for an upgrade. Oh, there is also a lodestone under the chest. Definitely taking that. Grabbing all the bookshelves too. We'll need those for enchanting later. Also swapping the purple candles and glass because they look cool. And that's pretty much the end of the tower. It's almost sunrise. We can start heading down soon. I'm a little scared to open this door. Where are they all coming from? Were they camping outside this whole night? I've been fighting them for a solid minute, and they just keep coming. Zombie horses too, this is insane. Okay, done. Yeah, it's time to head home. Home sweet home. I think it's time to break down the front door on the first floor. It's gonna be underwater soon anyway. Where the hell did you come from? He kinda looks familiar. Can I feed him? Holy, wait, is it rapping? I can see all the maps now. Wow, thanks bird. You're my new pet. Gonna hang a bell at home, so no one tries to sneak in. Time to work on enchanting zone. We'll use those candles and purple glass. It's gonna look awesome. Also setting up the lodestone so I don't get lost, because every adventure makes finding my way home harder and harder. While I was out adventuring, I kept thinking, dealing with these new mobs is getting rough. Plus, I'm missing obsidian for a full enchantment table. Time to go hit the mines. We've already found a lava pool before, so let's get to work. Now we can finally craft the enchantment table. This was the last thing we needed to get serious about enchanting. First up, I enchanted my boots with protection 3. Nice, now let's try efficiency 4 on the pickaxe. Okay. Holy, what is this? Unbreaking, efficiency, fortune, and underwater haste. Absolute god tier. And the X? Unbreaking and silk touch. Perfect. Then I realized I still don't have any chest plate. No wonder I've been getting wrecked so easily. Definitely better than leather armor. And yeah, in case you didn't know, there is literally a village just 100 blocks from my base. I was planning to visit it, trade a bit, and see what villagers had to offer. But when I got there, man, I was speechless. It was just insane. Every single house was damaged so badly that living there was no longer an option. On top of that, the most of the grass was completely wiped out and would have to grow back from scratch. Day 28 didn't start on the brightest note. The flooding in the world increased by another block, which meant the water level had reached my house. And with every passing day, my island was shrinking more and more. Dang, it just keeps getting worse and worse. How did the water get into my house? Sponges would really come in handy right now. Actually, I think I've got an idea on how to get sponges. We need to find an ocean monument, and I can probably get a map from the cartographer. So I grabbed some emeralds and set off to find the village. Wow, the forest is basically gone. The tornado really shows no mercy. What's that glowing out there? Oh, it's moving towards me? And finally, a village. Took me long enough to find one. I unloaded my stuff and went to gather some hay and wood. We're actually gonna need a lot of wood. Thankfully, the village had a Fletcher, so I could trade sticks for emeralds and eventually level up a cartographer. Anyway, I kinda forgot to hit record for about 5 minutes, and in these 5 minutes absolute chaos broke loose. A tornado hit, and let me tell you, it was not pretty. To make matters worse, I had just spent all my emeralds leveling up the cartographer, and I'm pretty sure we're never gonna see him again, or any other villager for that matter. The tornado didn't directly hit the village, but it was strong enough to carry away some innocent souls. After that kind of destruction, only a couple of villagers were left standing, and to spare them from further misery, I decided to move on and look for another village. Okay, new village. This one's gonna work out better, right? A forest was nearby, so wood wouldn't be a problem. Slowly but surely I was chopping down trees, trading sticks and stacking emeralds. I was almost at a full stack, enough to buy an ocean monument map, just needed to make a level up a cartographer. Hey trader, what have you got? Oh, a crimson larva! That thing can summon a void worm. Yeah, I'll take that. So I kept grinding wood all day and finally got enough emeralds to upgrade the cartographer to level 2. Okay, ocean monument map acquired. And another one, some cabin map. Yeah, I'll take both. That dungeon was actually pretty close to the village, so I started digging. After about 15 minutes, I finally stumbled upon some kind of abandoned mine shaft. Apparently, this was where I could decipher the maps using stone puzzles, which basically meant figuring out some high school algebra. Dang, wrong. Come on. Nope. I broke it again. Okay, let's try. I gotta be extra careful this time. Well, I had a couple more tries left, but it was becoming clear that random guessing wasn't gonna cut it. After finally translating it, I got a scroll. But instead of crafting some epic new biome map, I somehow managed to screw it up, and the scroll just disappeared. That's it? I spent 20 minutes on that puzzle and that's all I get? Guess I'll have to find another map from a different village. Now I'm just curious what that map could have been. And of course disaster struck again the moment I stepped outside. Yep, it's coming this way. This is not gonna end well for the village. So I barricaded two villagers I was trading with and reinforced the roof with stone, hoping we'd have a better shot at surviving the storm. And these two villagers, they've been glued to the wall. Oh, and now I'm stuck with them. Oh, sorry if I just killed someone? Yeah, that place is a disaster. There is barely anything left of the village. I doubt there are any survivors. I took the most important supplies, spent the night, and decided to search for a new village. You know, villagers in this world aren't exactly common, but we still have the Ocean Explorer maps, so we might as well try finding the water fortress. That was our original goal after all. But the crab does look kinda powerful. Maybe I can... Oh wait, it drops something, a spiky shell. Turns out this new item lets us craft some pretty good armor, spiky too. There was another crab chilling on the beach, so I took care of it too and got 8 shell pieces, enough to craft a full chest plate. And let me tell you, this thing looks badass, way better than iron. The map is finally filling in, the monument is somewhere in the ocean. What the hell is that slime thing? I need a lot of wood to craft doors, because, fun fact, you can breathe underwater with them. I literally can't sleep, what the hell? What am I supposed to do now? Oh god. Oh god! You can't just attack me like that out of nowhere. There is so much fish at night, it's actually horrifying. I was gonna explore the dungeon, but there were so many fish that stopping wasn't even an option. So I surfaced, deciding that running away was a much safer plan. Oh god, calm down, please. I don't see how you're supposed to survive a single night with this mod. The arrows don't even work on it. This is just insane. Finally, the sun is rising. Just look at the zombie horde. They aren't even burning. Somehow, we survived the nightmare, so it's time to try raiding the temple again. Everything was going well until I got hit with a mining fatigue at the worst possible moment. I'm running out of food, so heading home seems like a better idea. There are horses guarding the house? Never seen that before. What do we have here? A chest full of sweets. Not bad. Also, there was some kind of potion in the brewing stand. Could be used for crafting something strong, but I don't have resources yet. Man, just look at how flooded this village is. The only thing left above the water is rooftops. Oh hey, there is our island. Our little bird is still alive, and nothing too crazy seems to have happened here while I was gone. I crafted some extra bread, sorted my inventory, and hung the Ocean Explorer map on the wall. We'll get back to that adventure later. You know, this is already starting to feel suspicious. Bird, don't worry, we're safe, it's all good. Turns out, the storm wasn't as bad as I thought, and by the evening the weather had calmed down. Guys, there wasn't this much water in our yard before. I don't like this at all. Oh, no. The window broke and water's pouring inside. Best idea, replace the glass panels with solid blocks. That should be safer. But first I had to get rid of all the water, which took way too long. There is already so much water. I don't even want to imagine what's going to happen next. I figured reinforcing the basement was a good call, so I raised the ceiling by 1 block and replaced the roof with the oak wood. The crops were ready to harvest, so I planted them right away. Since I still had a lot of seeds left, I decided to expand the farm, doubling its size. The next morning I went out to gather wood. The house exit was already pretty flooded, so I built a passage to the opposite shore. It wasn't a huge bridge, but it took a while to make. Honestly though, worth it. After that, I finished the basement ceiling, tilled the soil, and finally planted all my new crops. Looks amazing. While setting up the basement entrance, I heard thunder. Turns out another storm had just started. Man, I don't even want to imagine what happens when the water rises even more. All 3 floors of our house could end up completely underwater. In the end, tornado never formed and I just got away with a mild heart attack. By day 47, I had a solid plan, raid the ocean monument, but this time I was serious. Not far from my home, I stumbled upon a miner's camp. Plenty of food, a small tent with all the essentials, and a decent amount of ores. Above the mine entrance, I even found some gold blocks, which I of course took. The place was cozy and safe. I decided to spend the night here. By morning, I continued my journey. Another night fell. Luckily, I found a well-lit area and decided to stay here because I was not spending another night running from demons. By sunrise, it was time to move on. We were getting close. I crafted a helmet and thought about gathering blocks, but then some shadowy creatures jumped me. They didn't do much damage, but I damn near shat myself. Gotta reach the temple before it gets dark. I decided to enter the old-fashioned way. It's the safest spot and conveniently home to the first guardian. Dealing with him? Easy. Doors were a lifesaver here. Not only did they let me breathe, but they also blocked the guardian's laser. Yes, that's 2 down. The third one wasn't much trouble either. Done. Now to find some sponges. As soon as the mining fatigue wore off, I grabbed 8 gold blocks from the treasure room. Finding sponges though was another story. Took a while, but eventually I found a cluster and took every single one. After 5 more minutes of searching, I decided it was finally time to leave. Only to realize the surface was swarming with crocodiles. Alright, let's get hell out of here. Swim to the boat? Swim to the boat? Fast? Honestly, that wasn't as terrifying as I expected. Just as I resurfaced, night started falling again. Thankfully, I was near familiar places, so I knew exactly where to spend the night safely. Yeah, we're staying here. Much safer than that cursed dark forest. As soon as the first rays of the sunlight appeared, I continued my journey home. Every single house is completely submerged. There is barely any dry land left, and I doubt it's gonna last much longer. The water is only going to keep rising. Man, ruins. Just ruins everywhere. Home sweet home. The ocean monument was officially raided. I threw the sponges into the furnace to dry and started sorting my loot. Ended up with a decent haul, including 10 pieces of black metal. With this I could craft an ingot and from that some seriously strong tools and armor. Now I just needed to figure out how to actually smelt it. I had stacked up to 39 levels, so I enchanted my bow with protection 3 along with a completely useless book. Then I got smite and sharpness on my sword. By this point I realized nighttime mobs could drop some really good loot for crafting better gear. And since I was already pretty well equipped, I spent the whole night slaughtering everything in sight. By morning I decided to explore the area. Apparently you can tame these dinosaurs, but how? It's not likely they're gonna eat a flower. Oh, what the hell is going on here? That thing is getting impaled like crazy. Yeah, that dinosaur is done for. Pretty quickly I realized the fights like this can wreck my armor fast. Since it was still nighttime, I built a chest especially for mob loot. Also, somehow I ended up with something called a chaos seed. It's used in a ton of crafting recipes. Right now, the only thing I could make with it was the magic missile staff. It's like a bow, but it reloads faster and feels way more accurate. By the way, this thing only has 150 durability, so we won't be going on any wild adventures with it. Alright, let's try... my bad. Now seems like the perfect time for a new journey. This time I'm bringing resources for trading with villagers and heading out to find the village. Dang, I've got an elite squad chasing me. Skeleton fish and a jaunt with a trident. You know, I think we just found an ultimate weapon against T-Rexes. Maybe we can actually kill it this time. It's way too fast. Maybe running is the better option. Is this thing even killable? Or is it straight up immortal? It's definitely not feeling too confident in the water. Hiding in trees might work. I can hit it from up here. Oh no, it's knocking trees down. Yeah, I don't like this anymore. The forest was dense, which made it easy for me to jump from tree to tree. The flooding also slowed the T-Rex down, which gave me more time to attack. After an entire day of suffering, I finally managed to kill it, and even got an achievement for it. And guess what? The damn thing didn't drop a single item. To make things even better, the night fell and suddenly a ridiculous amount of fish showed up. But I figured this was my chance to farm some rare loot. Anglerfish sometimes drop spikes, which I used in a ton of crafting recipes. By morning, I was well stocked with a new resource and ready to move on. Whoa, is that a mansion? That's insane. The whole place is completely flooded. There was even a house here once, probably. I doubt anyone survived on the first floor, so it makes sense to start exploring from the second. My armor was barely holding together, so I decided to craft a terrifying helmet using loot from the fish. It boosts weapon damage by 20% and gives even more bonuses if I had the full set. Looks sick though. Now that I was better equipped, I started clearing the mansion. Most rooms were empty, but plenty of surprises were lurking around every corner. My magic staff was on the verge of breaking, but I still managed to take down an evoker. Not long after, I found another evoker, took him down too and got a second totem. Some rooms had bookshelves, so I looted them since I'll definitely need books for future enchantments. In fact, I went full librarian mode and dismantled the entire library because it had the most bookshelves in one place. This one didn't go down as easily, and the worst part, it summoned Vexes. Those little bastards are impossible to hit. In the end, I lost a totem, but at least I survived. The first floor was completely underwater, completely overrun by fish. I wasn't even gonna bother with that mess, so instead I moved up to the third floor. All I found there was a duck. Well, I guess that's something. Night fell again. I was far from my home, but I kept going. The main goal was still to find the village. I've never seen one of those before. Perfect timing too, it's almost sunrise. Time to look around. Why do I summon disasters in every village I enter? And now there are fish here too. Wait, another one? Oh no! No, please! I don't know if this counts as cheating, but... Run! Oh god! The damn snake left me with a heart and a half. I almost died. And now it's eating a villager. What the hell is even happening? Yes, it's dead. Holy, did you see that? That thing just swallowed a villager whole. How do they even survive here? This place is absolutely crawling with snakes. We probably won't even get a chance to trade properly. Oh no, it's about to eat another villager. Got it! I just saved that poor guy's life. This village is completely overrun. I think we'll have to continue our journey and find a more peaceful place. Now's the perfect time to craft a new staff. Honestly, I think this thing is even better than a bow, so it's gonna be my new to-go weapon. Wait, why are there gorillas here? I'm not messing with them. Oh, look at that! Some weird little spider hunting at night. By the way, these blue crabs will come in handy. My chest plate is barely holding together. This fish is just vibing. On our path, we found a shipwreck conveniently spawned right on the island. Honestly, you could turn it into a house, but that's not what we are here for. The only useful things are templates and the treasure map. And of course, let's not forget about other loot here. The treasure should be right here, if my calculations are correct. Yep, got it. Oh, this is useful. And you stupid fish, quit breakdancing already. Get lost. I just walked into an open field and there are all sorts of dinosaurs here. Look at this chunky dude. He's built different. Okay, I really don't like that thing. It's just slaughtering every animal in sight. No mercy. Maybe I can take it down with my stuff? Probably a bad idea. Oh no, it's coming. Please? This thing destroys everything. We're getting the hell out of here. Hopefully I can lose it in the forest. I just need to keep moving. If I stop, I'm dead. And so our journey continues through the night. Time to farm as many rare mob drops as possible. It's sunrise now, which means it's the perfect time to craft a new chest plate since, shockingly, the old one is gone. We've got another shipwreck ahead, and something nasty swimming behind me. Now if I could only figure out how to get on this dang thing. There are piranhas and skeleton fish everywhere. Okay, let's place some blocks here. And go quickly. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, we made it. There is a spawner. Let's break that immediately. The barrels have some nice loot. And some extra bread. Might as well take this turtle eggs too. We could make a farm later. I still haven't found a village this entire trip, but we'll just keep heading in one direction. Something has to show up eventually. Nighttime is definitely not the safest time to be outside. Luckily, there is a small hut ahead. We'll crash here for the rest of the night, maybe snack on some berries and candies while we wait. At sunrise, everything nasty starts burning, so we keep moving forward. Dang, this place is actually beautiful. The fields and forests look amazing. Wait, what is that? Some kind of giant fly? My curiosity got the better of me, so I gathered some wood and started building up to check out the structure. It was pretty high up, and as it turns out, it was some kind of statue dedicated to a flying creature. And of course, there was nothing inside. At least the view from here is insane. This place is seriously stunning, just look at this. And finally, I spotted a village in the distance. Oh, we have to climb that island. That thing looks epic. As for the village, my plan is to do some serious trading. Wait, what the hell is that? Is that even normal? I have a feeling this thing is gonna take a while to kill if we actually want to free this village. Great, now we have to run from it too. Maybe I can lure it away from the village? At least the open fields give us... Oh no, please. I hope this thing doesn't smash its way into the cave. I made it back to the village. Looks like it left. Time to find a good Oh my god, run! How did I not see that? It was 2 blocks away from me. The T-Rex had zero plans of leaving. It was clearly on the mission to wipe out this entire village. At this point, I had no clue what to do. Eventually, it wandered to the edge of the village. I took shelter in one of the houses, still hoping to trade since somehow the villagers were still alive. There was a massive pine forest nearby, so I decided to head there to gather supplies. As I returned, I saw it again, right in the middle of the village. And at this point, I highly doubt anyone was still alive. I tried to get its attention, and that was probably the dumbest thing I could have done. At one point I got so close that I had to dive straight into the water. Not the safest place considering how much wildlife lurks in there. This swim could have been easily be my last. By the end I was down to 2 hearts and this fight was definitely not going in my favor. The T-Rex kept swimming after me, no matter how many times I hit it, it just wouldn't die. By some miracle a tower stood in my path and I barely managed to hide inside it the last second. This thing knows I'm in here. From up here I can actually hit it without getting eaten. Yes, we got it. On the top floor of the tower I found some resources, books and food in the chest. I just watched the entire generation of villagers who had spent their whole lives building this place get wiped out. Wait, what the hell is that? I just barely killed this damn dinosaur and another just walks in like it owns this place. Is this even legal? No way, it's fighting a bull. That poor bull never stood a chance. This is insane. These dinosaurs clearly didn't come in peace. I grabbed whatever I could, and as soon as things calmed down just a little, I left the village behind. As I promised, I wanted to check out that floating island. It looked absolutely majestic from afar, so I started building my way up. Turns out there was a cozy little house up there. Nothing too valuable inside, but it was still interesting to explore a home built this high up. The view was also insane. I could even see a spruce village deep in the forest. So I climbed back down and headed straight for it. There wasn't much to see in the village. Since my inventory was nearly full, I dumped some items in the chest and started thinking about my next move. The rain started. Hopefully it doesn't last long. For now, I decided to start leveling up a cartographer. To craft a fletching table, I needed flint, so I went mining. Found some, crafted the table, and immediately started bullying a villager into a new profession. After some time, I gathered a decent amount of emeralds and leveled up a cartographer. But of course, the guy turned out to be a complete scammer and wouldn't give me the map I needed. Luckily, I could sell him glass panes for a decent profit, so I crafted a shovel, dug up a ton of sand, and threw it in the furnace. Finally, I unlocked the 3rd level trade. Except the map was wrong. You know, I really don't like this weather. I still didn't have the right map, and it looked like the storm wasn't going to spare the village either. Okay, this is bad. Everybody inside, now! A tornado is forming, get to the shelter. At least let me save a few villagers. Faster, faster, get in the house. I think I managed to lock the new cartographer inside. No clue where the one I leveled up ran off to, but hopefully he's hiding somewhere safe. Seems like the tornado didn't fully form this time. I spent the entire next day chopping wood and farming emeralds from the Fletcher. Eventually, I got enough to level up the new cartographer to level 2. This time things were actually going according to plan. I already had all the materials for a compass, so getting the new map was easy. Just like last time, the dungeon was very close, which means time to go treasure hunting. After about 5 minutes of searching, I found the right room. And this is what we've been waiting for. Along with the template we found earlier, there was 3 more inside, and this meant about 20 minutes of decoding. I had to match similar looking symbols to the right word. Carefully check all the possible placements and then finally attempt to solve it. Mistakes weren't an option, so I had to use every single attempt wisely. After 20 minutes, I finally decoded 4 scrolls. This could be used to craft maps for rare biomes. But for now, I decided to take my time. I grabbed all my loot and set off for home. That's some kind of fire beetle. Never seen one of those before. Yes, we're finally getting close to home. Yeah, we're flooded. No idea how we're gonna deal with this. If this keeps up, that bridge won't even exist soon. Wait, what the hell? Did something burst over here? The house is not built for this level of water pressure. It's still leaking in somehow. Thank God we have sponges. Small floods aren't even a problem. Yeah, okay, we're now got fish swimming inside. That's just great. The global flood is getting worse by the day, and honestly, I don't think we can stop it anytime soon. To keep things somewhat under control, I'm pretty sure the glass panel should be able to hold back the water, at least for now. What the hell is that? A giant snake fighting a fish? Yeah, I think I'll stay far away from those vipers. Anyway, let's put those scrolls we found to good use. First up, we have the Forlorn Hollows map. Apparently it's a super rare type of cave. And the second one, the Abyssal Charm map. This is the deepest ocean in the world, way beyond 0 level, where some of the rarest and most terrifying creatures exist. I think we'll take that trip later. For now, the smart move is gearing up because my equipment is not looking great. I was so focused that I didn't even notice when a massive thunderstorm rolled in. At one point, the wind was literally pushing me around inside my own house. Thanks God I somehow managed to escape downstairs. The storm was so intense that wooden debris was flying inside my house. Yeah, at this moment I was properly scared, so I went all the way down to the first floor. That wind sounds like it's about to tear everything apart. Just look at this destruction. But honestly, after that flood, anyone could have died already has. I swear, these tornadoes are targeting me. Since the storm was finally moving away, I went back to testing out new crafting recipes. Using some metal shards and monster hide, I managed to craft a new pair of boots. Plus, they give a dark magic bonus, which means my stuff should hit even harder now. I also had a black metal upgrade template. It applies to netherite armors, so we'll come back to that later. Turns out I still didn't have enough materials to craft anything insane. But at least I could upgrade my stuff. These things break way too fast. Near my crop farm in my basement, I dug out a small area. Built a portal frame from obsidian and lit it up. Time to head to the nether. I spawned in a relatively safe spot, a biome made entirely of crystals. From what I know, the nether is way more dangerous than this, so I gotta stay alert. Where's this pig following me? I really don't like this. Oh great, now the piglins are attacking me for no reason. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. At least my staff absolutely obliterates them, so that's something. Oh, and there is a new biome in the distance. Occasionally some wither skeletons showed up, but they weren't too big of a problem. After a while, I finally made it to the new biome. The vegetation here is completely different. In the warped biome, I didn't see a single enderman. That was kinda concerning. And every passing minute, more and more mobs started chasing me. And there is a giant mosquito flying around. Imagine seeing that thing land on your leg at night. Oh god, it's coming for me. It's sucking my blood. Die, you parasite, die! Ooh, that thing was definitely rare. Oh great, another mosquito. Die. Die. This thing's much harder than ex-girlfriends, I swear. Food was disappearing way faster than I expected, and that was becoming a serious problem. Oh hey, there is a fortress up ahead. Not sure how well that'll go with these giant mosquitoes flying around. These plants are basically cactus traps. This whole place is designed to kill me. Yeah, I really don't think rodent flesh is the best food source. And we're almost out of supplies. And now there are flies spawning around me. Great, just what I needed. On top of that, my armor was falling apart. I tried getting into the fortress, but I quickly realized it was not gonna happen. Not with this gear, not with this food supply, so I made a call. We're heading back to the portal. First thing I did was sort all my loot and start harvesting crops. Our food situation was bad, so the farm was more important than ever. The problem, we couldn't use bone meal to speed up the crop growth anymore. It was autumn, and I didn't even notice how fast the warm seasons had passed. And now we are running out of time. Things are only going to get worse, because after autumn comes winter, and who knows where we'll get food to avoid starving to death. For now, I fried some potatoes, gathered everything I had, and even grabbed a few sweets that somehow survived until now. There is some massive beast right outside my house. Really hoping it doesn't decide to break in. Speaking of our armor, yeah, it's completely wrecked. I just crafted a good set not too long ago, and now most of it is falling apart. As you might remember, we crafted some diamond leggings a while back, and I think now is the perfect time to use them to repair our enchanted ones. Protection and durability aren't exactly lying around for free. Also, I'll replace the iron helmet and chestplate while I'm at it. Oh, and we've got a blue crab shells. Maybe I can craft a helmet? It looks kinda cool and actually has a better defense than iron. Alright, this is literally all the food I have. Hopefully it'll last us for a while. Just look at that thing right outside my house. Its tail is huge. But we have more important things to do. We're heading back to the nether, gotta get back to that fortress. Even with upgraded armor, this place was still a death trap. What are these things? They're launching fish at me. No time to stop. These big freaks are already gathering. Alright, I made it. Good thing I have a smite sword, so most of them drop in one hit. I really don't like that fire. Oh, oh. 2 hearts left. The swamps are everywhere. There is no place to hide. This place is crawling with everything possible. This is insane. Yes, first blaze rod. Another one down. After a few minutes of combat, I finally reached the blaze spawner. And after sacrificing a few innocent souls, we had 8 blaze rods in our inventory. Everything would have been fine if the mobs weren't hellbent on murdering me. Oh god, I lost my totem. That was my last one. Oh no, oh no! Where am I? Where am I? What the hell is this? If we block this off, they shouldn't reach us, right? Since the surface was way too dangerous, I started digging my way out. Safe and slow is better than being mauled to death. Plus, this gave me a good angle to strategically slaughter any zombies in my way. Finally, we're back. First thing I did was sort my loot. Turns out I absolutely destroyed a ton of giant mosquitoes. We can even craft a blood sprayer now. Let's test this thing out. What happened to our bridge? Anyway, let's try our new weapon. Okay. Yeah, no, this thing sucks. It literally does no damage. What a waste. I barely killed a piranha with it. It's embarrassing. And let's not even mention that monstrosity camping under our house. Oh right, I almost forgot about our sheep farm. They've multiplied a lot. Might be time to start shearing them. Wool's gonna come in handy later. Meanwhile, outside something's happening again. Right now it's just a hail, but I really hope it doesn't get worse. The weather here refuses to calm down. Every storm leaves something destroyed, sometimes even causing floods. But this time looks like we dodged the bullet. The tornado formed far away from my base. Did you just see the dinosaur get yeeted? That was definitely not a weak one. Oh right, we kinda forgot about those biome maps. The one that really interested me is the Bottomless Abyss. It's the most mysterious location in the mod and could be packed with adventure. But first we definitely need to prepare. We are already at level 51, but our armor is still missing enchantments. Since I had some spare materials, I fully upgraded the Nightmare boots. Now on top of Unbreaking 3, we also have Fire Protection and Depth Strider, perfect for exploring deep oceans. As for the chest plate, I was running low on resources, so I decided to go mining since I needed more materials anyway. During my dig, I found gold, redstone, and eventually stumbled upon into a cave. It seemed relatively safe and I was farming resources pretty comfortably until this thing showed up. I barely caught a glimpse of it, but based on its size I already knew it wasn't friendly. First, a massive mosquito came at me, then that thing charged straight for me. Oh god, please, please, run! I really hope you guys saw that. What the hell was that? Is that it? Oh no, run, run! That's some kind of headless villager being controlled by something. It dropped wool and elastic tendons? Might come in handy later. After that incident, the caves felt more emptier than ever, and honestly that freaked me out even more. Still, we came here for diamonds, and caves usually generate them in decent amounts. Some kind of diamond beetles? And they drop weird diamond shards. These are diamond termite fragments. Turns out every single block I mined spawned more of these damn termites, and I didn't get a single diamond. Oh god, what was that? There it is. That's a huge centipede. Run. Yes, got it. It dropped a leg. Another diamond? Oh, it just literally won. I wandered around the case for quite a while, but eventually I found another diamond vein. That should finally be enough. On my way back, I picked up a bunch of other ores too. And well, this is not looking good. Is the flooding getting worse again? The first floor is still fine, but the second one, not so much. Yeah, the view outside isn't looking great either. Our little bridge is now completely underwater. And judging by the situation, this flood is not stopping anytime soon. At this rate, our island is going to completely disappear. It's only getting worse with each passing day. At least we have sponges, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. The entrance to the second floor is completely flooded, so I turned the door into a window instead. Yeah, this is not good. Our only way outside is only through the roof balcony. Oh, and I just noticed this. There is a giant hole in the ceiling. Tornado must have wrecked this place at some point. Since I needed to prepare for our next expedition, I crafted a diamond chest plate and enchanted my helmet with respiration. Plus, we got blast protection as a bonus, might be useful. The chest plate also got protection and unbreaking, which is pretty solid. By this point, we were pretty well equipped, but since I still had tons of XP, I enchanted a book with Unbreaking 3, a shovel with Aqua Affinity, Efficiency and Fortune. As for my helmet, I figured Diamond would be a little better, and I managed to enchant it with Respiration and Protection 4. I also crafted a new staff and planned to brew some potions until I realized I never grabbed nether warts, so no potions for now. Here is what my inventory looks like. It's time to head out in search of bottomless abyss. We're starting the journey right from home because the water levels had risen too damn high to travel on land anymore. This is how we'll be traveling from now on. Alright guys, we're getting close. Just so you understand, this flood has completely covered the world. Guess we'll have to get used to sailing everywhere. Just look at how deep that is. The water is murky, so it's hard to see. But you can make out the shape of the underwater trench. This trench is so deep that no light can reach it, making it the perfect environment for bizarre, never-before-seen life forms. After millions of years of evolution, the creatures down there have adapted to this abyss. A long time ago, an underwater research base was built at this depth. We need to find out if anyone survived all those years of research in such a hellish place. I think our best bet is to start the descent and find some kind of shelter on the way down. From what I heard, there was once a group of scientists studying this place, so there is a chance we'll find some safe zones, hopefully. I think this is a good spot to start diving. These bonefish are still following me. Oh, just die already. Wait, there is a capsule there. Maybe we can get inside. Oh god, please. We need to figure out our next move. The thing over there does not look friendly. What kind of nightmare is this place? Eventually, I came across a new dungeon. Inside, nothing too interesting, just a couple of sponges. Wait, is that something over there? Let's check it out. What the hell, that skeleton is terrifying. There should be an entrance down there. Yes, finally, we're safe. Oh my god, is that seriously what I think it is? It's a submarine, a whole underwater research station built specifically for deep-sea diving. Did we actually just get this lucky? Let's see. Oh, we're tilting. How do I control this thing? Oh, I think I got it. Just look at how epic it is. If this submarine actually works, we'll be able to explore this flooded world without a single problem. And I think it actually runs. At the very least, I managed to move it backward. For now, I think we should explore the area around us. Outside, it's pure darkness. This has to be the deepest part of the abyss. I think I'll just dump all the unuseless stuff into this barrel. It looks like it's anglerfish but evolved into a human. Or maybe these are the former researchers who explored this depth. Oh, nice, Unbreaking 3 book. I'll take this. I also found a passage leading to what seemed to be the actual entrance where we were supposed to come in. There is a door here that can only be opened from the outside and special hedge to drain the water from this room. In the main control room, I found a magnetic activator. No idea what it does, but it might come in handy later. To get the submarine into the water, first I had to clear out the dirt underneath. Dang, just look at this view. I can feel the unknown creeping up on me, like I'm not alone down here. Please? Oh no, I think it saw me. Once I had cleared out enough of the ground, it was time to break the platform holding the sub in place. This is it, the last block. Boom, our submarine is finally in the water. We can even turn the headlights on and off. Can we actually get out of here now? Yes! Holy cow! I can't believe this whole thing actually works. Just look at how fast we can move now. Oh, that thing is still out there. And it swims way too fast for my liking. Wow, there is something oddly comforting about feeling this safe underwater. It's right there, watching me. Just look at these remains. Something huge lived down there. I haven't explored this dam yet. And there are mines underneath it. Yeah, let's not go near that. Wait, what is going on? My sub is shaking. What the hell is that? My sub is cracking. I need to get out of here. Great, now my submarine is damaged. How did I let this happen? At this point, I had explored most of the trench, so I figured it was time to head back up. Losing this sub was not an option. We were tens of thousands of blocks away from home, so the journey back was going to be long. On the way back, I spotted a house, something I'd never seen before. Naturally, I had to check it out. As expected, it was completely flooded. But weirdly enough, the food chests were untouched. And since I was desperately low on food, I raided every single barrel and chest. There was nothing else worth taking, so I continued my journey through the flooded world. At one point, I was just 1,000 of blocks away from my base, but there was a problem. I had somehow sailed into a shallow body of water and there was no way to get back to the base from here. I tried to find a way around, but no luck. To make things worse, the water was starting to freeze over, and it looked like winter was just around the corner. I needed to get home fast. Luckily, after 5 minutes of searching, I found a small opening that led straight back to our base. No way, that used to be a village. The tallest houses were almost completely submerged. The lower ones, yeah, long ago. Soon they'll be so deep underwater that we won't even see them from the surface. Oh, there is our house. And yeah, it looks even more flooded than before. The island is basically gone. Home sweet home. Wait, what the hell happened here? While we were gone, our place flooded again, and this time there are actual piranhas living here. I drained the second floor and quickly realized something very bad. The water level had risen even more, and soon our house would be completely underwater. I sorted my resources and started looking through new crafting recipes. I also placed a new block in my house and casually watched a snake fight a fish through my panoramic window. Quality entertainment. I planned to enchant my pickaxe since I needed to mine netherite soon, but all I got was unbreaking. Great. Oh wow, this looks like winter is finally here. The water is slowly freezing over and it's already snowing outside. I just hope we can survive this season. I have no idea if we'll even be able to travel in sub anymore. or if the entire world will just freeze solid. Yeah, I'd rather not find out. After a few tries, I finally enchanted my pickaxe at level 24 and got unbreaking and efficiency, exactly what I needed. Now it was time to head to the Nether. Once there, I started digging down at Y level 14. I began mining for netherite. My strategy, just mine in a straight line while breaking blocks at eye level, the most efficient method in my option. And there it is, our first netherite vein. We got 2 pieces, and that's how our grind goes. So far I've mined 16 ancient debris. I think it's time to find a way out of here. Dang, this crystal biome is actually beautiful. Alright, time to go home. Back at base, I smelted the debris and checked out some new crafting recipes. A lot of them required something called a bottomless crystal, which could only be obtained with that massive creature living under our house. Turns out it wasn't much of a fight, this thing barely resisted. Honestly, the mobs in this world are so friendly, even a crocodile offered to escort me to the water. In the end, I picked up everything that dropped from this monster, and honestly, the loot was pretty important. But when I got home, even bigger problems were waiting for me. Fish started smashing through the windows, which was a clear sign that our house was no longer sturdy enough to withstand nature's wrath. From my trip to the bottomless abyss, I had a little of abyssal glass left. Hopefully it'll help at least a little, plus it looks pretty damn cool. Out of all the craftable items, I really wanted to make the abyssal staff, but I was missing one more amethyst. Meanwhile, our base was slowly freezing over, getting covered in ice. The water level was so high that submarine could now move underneath the frozen surface. I planned to go back to Abyss Biome to farm more amethysts. It was going to be a long trip, but I didn't have much of a choice. Oh, it spawned! If I just get one more amethyst, I won't even have to go any further. Yes! Yes, absolutely perfect! The creature didn't put up much of a fight, and I got exactly what I needed. Now I had everything I needed to craft the Whispering Abyss stuff, so I headed home. By the time I returned, it was the dead of night. I gathered all my resources, smelted the ingots, and finally crafted the weapon. Oh yeah, this thing deals 14 damage per hit. Plus it reduces enemy armor with every strike, which makes it even more broken. I thought it was a ranged weapon, but turns out it's more like an axe. Just way stronger. And it could even be enchanted like a regular weapon, so I slept on Smite and Fire Aspect for good measure. As for the leftover netherite, turns out to upgrade my armor I needed a special template, and the only place to get it was a bastion in the nether. But if I could pull that off, I'd be able to upgrade my armor to dark metal. At least that was my plan, so off to the nether we go. This time I'd explore the other side of the region, hoping to find a bastion quickly. It looks massive. Hopefully I can find a netherite upgrade in there. I built a bridge to the upper levels of the structure, digging through walls and slowly making my way toward the heart of the bastion. The key was avoiding the brutal piglins, because if they spotted me, this could be my last adventure. Oh no, oh god, no, run. Build. Oh, dang. Honestly though, clearing the bastion wasn't too bad. I stayed far enough away from the piglins to avoid getting smacked, while my staff made short work of them. Eventually, I reached the center, wiped out some annoying slimes, and looted the gold. At the very core of the bastion, there was one lone chest. Not only did I find the netherite upgrade, but also some gold, an enchanted golden apple, and a diamond chestplate with mending. Absolutely god-tier loot. Oh, and in another chest I managed to grab Pickstep music disc. With the entire structure looted, it was time to head back home. A long journey awaited me. Back at home, I had an insane amount of resources from this run. I used the new chestplate to transfer the mending enchantment into my own. Man, something tells me the worst of the freezing is still ahead. Our empty ocean is turning into a solid block of ice. But for now, let's take a breather. We've got a new music disc. Now that I finally had the netherite upgrade, I decided to upgrade my chestplate since it already had the best enchantments. But to upgrade it to dark metal, a single ingot wasn't enough. I needed an armor plate which required 3 ingots, and once again I was short on resources. My only option was to go night hunting since the only way to get dark metal fragments was from mobs. At dawn, I spotted a huge fish creature again swimming near my base. I had just crafted a new staff, so I decided to smack it around. I was so curious, how dangerous was this thing? Turns out it wasn't aggressive at all. It barely even tried to attack me. It was slow, massive, and kinda helpless. So yeah, looks like I'm the real monster here, hunting down the big, majestic fish just for materials. Back home, I crafted a bunch of dark metal from 9 fragments, which gave me my second ingot. Just one more to go. Meanwhile, my crops had grown. Honestly, I didn't expect anything to survive the winter, but I guess our greenhouse stayed warm enough. I harvested everything and replanted it all. Oh, and turns out I could repair my submarine with copper. Now it looked like brand new, no cracks, nothing. I managed to get the submarine onto the ice, but its movement speed was absolutely garbage. I guess it's really only meant to underwater travel. While it was still daylight, I kept breeding my sheep on the farm. But as soon as the night fell, I headed back to the distant island to continue slaughtering monsters. To make things even better, a skeleton boss with a staff decided to spawn as well, or whatever the hell you wanna call it. It wasn't going down easily with just a few hits, and to make things worse, it kept summoning a bunch of tiny black gremlins. So yeah, the fight dragged on for a while. Eventually, the big skeleton finally bit the dust, and I got some kind of red pearl from it. I'll check out what it does later. For now, I kept grinding mobs until the first rays of dawn broke the sky. Back home, I realized I could brew a potion of magical energy, which in turn could be used to craft a rage potion. That thing will definitely come in handy when we fight the Ender Dragon. Using the Summoner's Orb, I was able to craft a new staff. Unlike my old magical staff, this one summons 2 skeletons to fight for me. Dang, that looks sick. Oh great, something broke another window on the 2nd floor. Again. I only have 2 abyssal glass blocks left. Hope that's enough for now. When night fell once again, I returned to the nearby lands to continue farming mobs. This time I quickly gathered enough dark material fragments. Back home I smelted them into ingots, and finally I was able to craft an armor plate. Guys, I've been waiting for this moment for so long. This is the best armor in the game. Just this one chestplate adds 5 armor slots, and it looks so damn cool. Just like netherite but with spikes on the sides. Now about the rest of my armor, I needed to figure out how to repair it. Resources were running low, so I decided to go mining for a bit to stock up. At first, I got lucky to find diamonds, but plot twist, they were only dropping thermites. Luckily, I soon found a much bigger vein and got 7 diamonds out of it. After finding another small cluster, I decided to head back. This was enough to fully repair my helmet and leggings. That just left my boots, and honestly, that was an easy fix. I just combined them with some old ones. Now my armor was pretty much brand new. I gathered all the food I had and re-enchanted my staff since I had hit level 32. Looting 3? Not bad. Sharpness 4, sweeping edge, unbreaking, and looting. That's some god tier enchanting right there. To find the End Fortress and ultimately kill the Ender Dragon, I needed Ender Pearls. So it was time to head to the Nether. Okay, we have a problem. I'm getting chased by mobs non-stop. This is getting ridiculous. Where the hell are the Endermen? This is the Warped Forest, but I swear they just don't spawn here. And hey, I completed a challenge, just to give you an idea how long I'd been stuck in this damn place. After searching the entire Warped Forest, I realized there were no Endermen anywhere. I had to change my approach because I needed those pearls one way or another. So for now, I decided to head home and rethink my strategy. One alternative way to get Ender Pearls was trading with piglins. Over time I had gathered a decent amount of gold, so it was finally time to put it to good use. There is a bastion nearby, so we might as well trade here. I carefully bridged my way inside and looted one of the chests, where I found a diamond shovel. Exciting. To test out my skeleton summoning stuff, I decided to unleash them in the bastion, and damn, they actually did a great job distracting enemies. After clearing out the lower levels of the bastion, I got rid of the remaining brutal piglins and started trading. Eventually, I found a second piglin, which doubled the trading speed. While waiting for my pearls, I explored the bastion a little, but aside from few chests, there wasn't much interesting loot. The trading process was painfully slow, but in the end I managed to get 17 ender pearls. My skeleton minions can deal with the rest, I need to find a way back home. And we are back. I enchanted one bow with Unbreaking and Infinity and the other with Power 4, then combined them at the anvil. I also repaired my pickaxe with diamonds and upgraded it to netherite. We're gonna be doing a lot of mining soon, so this was definitely worth it. Grabbed my rage potion and even brought a crimson worm, since later on I'll be summoning the void worm boss. After a good night's sleep, I threw my first eye of ender in the morning. The direction to the portal was set. Slowly I made my way to the water and set sail toward the portal. But things weren't that easy. The eye started pointing in a direction where sailing was completely impossible. I found the shortest distance between water bodies, but even there dragging a whole submarine across was going to be a nightmare. I had to dig through the rock and connect the two water areas to keep going. Everything would have been fine except for the damn fish constantly getting in the way. Oh, and sometimes the water turned to ice. Eventually, the passage was big enough and I finally managed to drag my submarine to the other side. Now we could finally get back to finding the portal. After a while, I found the exact spot where all the thrown ice of the Ender crossed pass. Right in the middle of the ocean, of course. No land, no structures, just the game telling me dig straight down and pray you don't fall into lava. I found the stronghold pretty quickly and immediately filled my pants from the terrifying noises inside. Yeah, they definitely weren't expecting visitors. As for the locals, well, they didn't have much of a choice but to surrender. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? It gives wither effect. I can see. Golden apple? How much HP does this thing even have? It won't die! Oh, okay, it's that. Jesus Christ. Oh, I found it. Spawner goes bye-bye. And no ice at all. Fantastic. Alright. Hope we are ready for this fight. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Wow, this place looks insane. Just look at the sun in the end. Man, this is beautiful. Anyway, the same old dragon, same old plan. Time to dismember this overgrown lizard. That was surprisingly easy, but you guys have no idea what's waiting for us as we venture further into this dimension. For now, we need to find an end gateway. I plan to loot some elytra and a lot more. Also, Endermen just started spawning. Didn't see a single one before now. And of course, this place has its own wildlife. Honestly, it's kinda beautiful. Oh dang, I just got 4 pearls from a single dude. Pretty solid. Man, this place is gorgeous. Just look around. I don't even know what half of these things are, but the atmosphere here is unreal. I bridged a bit from the starting island and teleported to the larger landmass. From what I know, if this thing bites you, it gives you a debuff. And when it ends, you just die. So yeah, don't let it anywhere near you. This little freak dropped a capsid. With this and Crimson Larva, we can summon a Void Worm. Not sure if it has a ship, but we're about to find out. Upon arrival, I didn't see them at first, but every city here is guaranteed by Mimikubes. These little bastards are fast, annoying, and worst of all, they copy your armor and weapons. I didn't really want to fight them up close, but it seemed like they had already made the decision for me. If you hit a Mimikube, it immediately clones your weapon and turns it against you. So yeah, I made the wise decision to run for my damn life. Fortunately, they aren't too bad if you snipe them from a distance. Once the coast was clear, I pushed forward and engaged the Shulkers. Where am I? Run, please! Just run! Ender Pearl? What the hell was that? I take it back, these things aren't easy at all. I didn't have much of a choice. I had to loot the structure, so I started building upwards. From the rooftop, I finally had access to the good stuff. I took out a few more Shulkers and checked the chests. Nice. We already have a chestplate with mending. That's where we came from, and as far as I can tell, no other cities nearby. Looks like we're on our own from here. I eventually found another city, though it wasn't that big. The Mimikubes were still a major pain, especially trying to hit them from above. Once again, I had to carefully breach toward the structure. Inside the chests, I found some decent gear, including another chestplate like mine, but diamond. By now, I had gathered enough Shulker shells, so I finally crafted a Shulker box. Finally, some decent storage, so my inventory doesn't look like a garbage dump. Still, no other cities inside. Looks like we are heading in blind and hoping for the best. Oh, that's exactly what we needed, a city with a ship. I borrowed a few pearls from the Enderman, built up a little higher and teleported straight onto a ship. One quick execution later, the Shulker guarding my loot was no more. And oh yeah, after all this time we finally have Elytra. Oh, and some gold too, not complaining. Let's grab the healing potions while we are here. Those damn Rubik's Cube are still sitting there, standing guard. I need to snap them out with my bow and keep exploring the dungeon. Alright, so far this is everything I've collected. I think that should do for now. My gear is already pretty strong, so there is no point of sticking around much longer. But I did promise you guys that I'd take down the final boss, the Void Worm. So let's place down the Capsid. Insert the Crimson Larva. Wait a little bit. This weird thing is what we need to summon. Oh god, I'm terrified right now. You guys have no idea. I've never fought this thing before, but I do know it's absolutely horrifying. What, 9 potatoes and a couple of golden apples left? Probably a good idea to grab some chorus fruit, at least that's some kind of food. To summon the worm, we need to throw it into the void. Really hoping we don't just instantly die. And now something horrifying should happen any second now. We got the achievement? Oh hell no, just look at this thing! This is huge! We have to aim for the head. If we hit the body too many times, it'll split, and then we'll have to deal with 2 of them. Oh god, it just jumped at me. This thing does a ton of damage. I can't even run, or my hunger is gonna drop even faster. How the hell do I even hit this thing? 2 HP. Golden apple, eat. I should probably save the enchanted one for later. Not sure if things can get any more worse, but let's not test it. Oh no, oh no, what have I done? What have I done? Now there's 2 of them. Please, just run. We need to run. I waited for a while and eventually the big worm flew up somewhere, leaving just a little maggot behind. Oh, great. I split it again. This is a disaster. Wait. Wait, yes, I killed one. Wait, what? It just placed a portal under me and teleported me. Run, please. Golden apple, golden apple. Dying here is not an option. Just one left. Yes, yes, we did it. Finally. Man. There is still another half of it flying around somewhere. But at least we can relax for now. Let's see what we got. 2 of its jaws, and an eye. With this we can craft the pickaxe of the void. The other worm is still flying around. I feel like I have to kill it, or it won't count as a real victory. Oh no, it's teleporting here. It knows I'm still alive. Wait, it's stuck. It's budging out. I can actually hit it. Almost dead, come on. Yes, we're so close. It's trapped in the chorus. Oh, it broke my armor. Eating the enchanted apple. We have to finish this thing off, no matter what. Aim for the head. Yes? Did I do it? I really thought I was gonna die in this fight. I can't even describe how insane this feels. And here we are, back on the main island. Might as well grab the dragon egg, no point leaving free loot behind. And with that we're heading back to the overworld. Just look at the sunset. This is beautiful. Back home I set up a little display for my all rare items, placing the dragon egg on a lodestone. Food was seriously running low, so I figured I'd check the ruined village nearby. And turns out I was right, there was still plenty of unload stuff, enough to keep us going for a while. Meanwhile, outside the storm was rolling in, thunder and hail. Yeah, I wasn't gonna stick around, time to head home. As for netherite, yeah, I was very wrong. We barely had any left, so I cooked up my last potatoes and headed back to the nether. I returned to our old mining spot and started digging again. This time I didn't stay too long, just grabbed 10 ancient debris and called it a day. That gave me 2 ingots, exactly what we needed to craft the pickaxe of dimensions. Oh yeah, honestly, I've never used this thing before. No idea what it even does. What is this thing supposed to break? I waited for about 10 seconds and suddenly a portal appeared right next to me. Stepping through it, I spawned right next to my house. This pickaxe is insane, it's literally built for long journeys when you need a quick way home. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this one.
Come on, man.
I put so much effort into making this video, so if you could drop a like, that'd mean a lot for me. If you want the seed, mods or shaders, everything in the link down below. As always, I'm Skillux, and I'll see you next time.